Hello everybody out there, welcome to Easy Learning. Today's session I'll be teaching about project identification and project formulation. This is the continuation of previous module, that is third module. Okay, I'll be linking up the link of previous videos in the description box. You can check it later, fine. So let's move on with the first part, that is project identification. Now let us study what is project identification. By the term only you will understand what is project identification. Identification means what? Identifying something, right? Something new or identifying something innovative could be termed as identification. Searching new or describing new or innovating new, all these things we can relate it with the identification, right? Now we are studying about project identification. Project identification is very important step in project decision making. Before making any decision, before you take up any project, before you implement your idea or a plan, you should always identify which plan or which idea will work in the market, right? That is project identification. Practically, is it feasible or no? Whether it has demand or no? What are pros and cons of project if you select that particular project? All this comes under project identification. It is nothing but collection of data, compilation and analysis of data, you can say. Clear? See, your data is very important. We say there are two types of data basically. First one is primary and second one is secondary. You must be knowing what are these two. Primary data is the data which one will collect it for the first time, that is, it is the fresh data, right? Secondary data is, it is the ready made data or the data which is already available, and the data which is collected by somebody else, that data becomes secondary data. Clear? Now here project identification and this data has very much of relation, right? Now if data is available, then only it is easy to collect, to compile and to analyze it, right? So I'll read out the slide. Project identification is a process to assess each project idea and select the project with the highest priority concerned with collection, compilation and analysis of economic data for the eventual purpose of locating possible opportunities for investment. Yes. What is project identification? As I told you, it is nothing but it is the process where it is involved in assessment of project idea. See, when you want to enter into business, there are n number of project ideas, there are n number of projects which are available, there are n number of plans which are available, right? Among the alternatives, you have to select the best one, right? In order to select the best one, you have to have some set priority among yourself. One priority you can consider your budget, right? Say suppose budget is around 15 lakhs and there are n number of alternative projects which are available, right? The project which is near to your budget priority, that project could be identified, right? This could be considered as project identification. Clear? You are identifying the project in order to what? In order to in order to locate your business or in order to invest in that particular opportunity. I think project identification meaning is clear with you. So moving on with the next slide. Yes, here we have steps in project identification. Yes, this is very important. How to identify the project is all about steps in project identification. Clear? First point under this is generation of new ideas. Yes, now generation of new ideas means what? Searching for new ideas is considered to be generation of new ideas. How can you generate new ideas? There are n number of ways to generate new ideas. Say suppose you being an entrepreneur, if you are confident on your idea, then you can generate that particular idea. Or if at all you need any suggestions, then you can go for brainstorming. Brainstorming is a kind of group discussion where n number of people are called, n number of qualitative people are called, and they are asked to give the to give their ideas, and among the collected ideas one idea could be chosen. This is one step of idea generation. Then you can also go with SWOT analysis, analyzing the strength, weakness, opportunities and threats of the ideas which are generated. The SWOT analysis can be made in order to come to an conclusion. Clear? This is how ideas are generated. This is the first step. Second one is preliminary screening of ideas. Yes, now what is the screening of ideas? Screening of ideas is nothing but first part. What happens in the first step? You generate the idea. Entrepreneur will generate the idea. Now that idea has to be screened thoroughly, right? You should have a check upon the idea. You should study the particular idea which has been generated in order to have a strong conclusion, in order to have a strong opportunity to invest. You should see that your money is not getting wasted. You should see that your investment is going in a right place. In order to do this, screening of ideas is very very important. As I told, say suppose and you call for a brainstorming session in order to generate the ideas. Okay, say suppose there are three ideas which are generated, three project plans which are being generated. Now these three plans have to be screened thoroughly, right? That is called as preliminary screening of ideas. Third part is nothing but project appraisal or feasibility study. Yes, what happens in project appraisal or feasibility study? This is nothing but an evaluation stage, you can say. Idea is generated, then ideas are screened, then ideas are evaluated here. What is evaluation? Evaluation happens according to the set priority. As we discussed this prioritization in the first slide, I gave you the example of budget as a priority, right? Say suppose there is a set budget, then according to that budget, that category, that priority, the project is appraised. They will check out whether the project is feasible or no. The project is whether it will make profits or no. All these things will be done in the third step. Clear? Next we have fourth one, that is selection of appropriate idea. Yes, after these three steps, that is after first three steps, you have to select appropriate idea. This is very very important. As I told you, say suppose there are three ideas generated, those three ideas are screened. After screening, those three ideas are evaluated. After evaluation, obviously you can rank those projects, right? You can give the ranking number 1, number 2, number 3, right? According to the rank, obviously you can select the first one, that is selection of appropriate idea. Clear? Last point is simple implementation of idea. Yes, this is nothing but putting the plan into action. Whichever the project has been chosen by the entrepreneur, that project have to be put in practicality. It has to be implemented in practical. Clear? This is all about steps in project identification. This is also very important for exams. It will come for 5 marks. Clear? Okay, moving on with the next slide, we have project formulation. Yes, previous slides we studied about project identification. Now we'll be studying about project formulation. Now what is this project formulation, guys? This comes next to project identification. First comes project identification, then comes project formulation. Once the project is identified, formulation of that project will be started. Formulation that is project formulation is nothing but it is the systematic development of a project idea. Yeah, you have selected an idea in the first stage, that is in the project identification. You have identified the project, right? That idea has to be developed, right? This development of the chosen or identified or selected project idea could be considered as project formulation. Clear? Yeah, development of a project idea for arriving at an investment decision. Thus, project formulation is the process of examining technical, economic, financial and commercial aspects of a project. Yes, here what happens, guys? Project formulation is very practical in nature. Here n number of studies have to be taken place by the entrepreneur himself. He has to check each and every aspect of the project. He should check technical, then economic factors, then financial matters, then commercial matters, all these which are related with his project idea. Clear? This is all about project formulation. Next we have steps in project formulation. Yes, this is also very important for your exams. Steps in project formulation has 7 steps basically. First one is feasibility analysis. Yes, what is feasibility analysis now? Feasibility analysis, here what happens in this step is the project idea is examined whether to go for detailed investment proposal or not, whether the investment have to be done or not. This will be decided in feasibility analysis. Next, it is done in the context of internal and external constraints also. It will check with the internal and external environment of the company also. Clear? Then market analysis is also done in feasibility analysis. Then if the project idea is feasible, then obviously the entrepreneur can go for the second step. If at all the project is not feasible, then if at all it fails in the first step only, then the project can be it can be cancelled or it can be turned over. Clear? Second step we have techno-economic analysis. Yes, what is techno-economic analysis? There are two terms here, technology and economic analysis. Analyzing the technology, analyzing the economic standards of the company is nothing but techno-economic analysis. Here usually estimation of project demand potential and choice of optimized technologies are made. Clear? Then the stage gives the project a unique individuality, you can say, and sets the stage for detailed design development. Clear? Techno-economic analysis is nothing but deciding upon or taking a call upon technology and economic conditions of the company. Clear? Next, this gives rise to the third step, that is project design and network analysis. Guys, this stage is, you can consider this stage as the heart of the entire project, because this is where your actual project will start. Clear? What happens in this project design? Usually it defines individual activities, clear, and their interrelationship with each other, right? Project design is nothing but the way the system has to work, or you can say the way the workflow has to work in the company. This is nothing but project design. How you are categorizing the individuals, how you are hiring the individuals, how you are allocating the responsibilities, all these things are associated with project design. And what is network analysis here? Network analysis here is, network gives the sequence of events of projects. It is presented. What happens? The sequence can be decided by using this network analysis. Correct? Network analysis, here there are two types of network study, that is PERT and CPM. In the coming sessions I'll be teaching what is PERT and CPM. For now I will only concentrate on network analysis. Clear? By using this PERT and CPM, you can decide upon the sequence of events of a project which has to be worked on. Then it also gives you a detailed work plan of the project. It is also prepared with a time allocation also. The time allocation for each activity can be presented in the network drawing. Clear? This is all about project design and network analysis. Next we have input analysis. Yes, input analysis. What are inputs? Each and every resource which is used in order to convert raw material into finished product can be considered as input for a company, for a industry, right? Here assessment of the inputs required during the construction and operation of the project can be analyzed, and this usually is considered as a qualitative and quantitative assessment. How much of material is required, and how how good quality material is required. All this is analyzed in fourth point. Clear? Next point is financial analysis. Yes, this is very very important. Without finance, no company can run, right? How you are managing the finance should be analyzed in this fifth point, right? What happens here is usually estimation of project cost can be done, then operating cost can be estimated, then all funds, like each and every funds whichever is required to run the organization, to run daily operations in the organization, all these aspects are estimated here. Then it is also necessary to give due care to the forecast. Basically you have to have a foresight or forecast in your financial matters. It is very easy, like say suppose an entrepreneur, obviously he should know his upcoming risks also. According to those risks he can plan, right? He can plan his financial part. Clear? All those financial analysis are made in this fifth point. Next we have cost benefit analysis. Yes, this is again financial part itself. How much benefit are you getting? How much benefit is entrepreneur earning by his cost which has been invested by him? Is all about cost benefit analysis, right? The term itself considers the explanation also here. Benefit is nothing but what? The returns or the profits, whatever it is. How much or how much in numbers are you getting? I mean, how much of benefit the entrepreneur is getting on the cost invested is nothing but cost benefit analysis. Clear? Then seventh one we have pre-investment analysis. Yes, what is this pre-investment analysis? Now before investing something, some analysis should be done. That clear? That analysis which is done before investing can be considered as pre-investment analysis. Usually what happens in this stage, project proposal gets a formal and final shape in this stage. Clear? Then all the results obtained in the previous stages are consolidated and arrived at various conclusions. They usually, the entrepreneurs usually decide whether to accept the project or not, right? Basically what happens here, investment decision is taken after analyzing all the 6 points. Obviously an entrepreneur will get to know how strong or how stable his plan is or how profitable his project is, right? If at all an investor will feel that the project will be a successful one, then he will think about this pre-investment, right? This is all about steps in project formulation, and this is the end of the session also. Clear? In the next class I'll be teaching you with the next topic. Till then you guys can refer this. Clear? And please don't forget to share and subscribe the channel. That will be a kind of source of support for me. Yeah, thanks for watching.